What is going on, everyone? My name is Shaq, and today I am here after quite a while, which is a bit unfortunate for sure, but we are here with a gameplay. We've got a Pink Diamond Chris Paul that was released in the All-Star Game Moments kind of set that we had. We had our Pink Diamond Kawhi, our Pink Diamond Giannis, and our Pink Diamond Chris Paul. Now, I have done a gameplay on a Chris Paul in previous gameplays. I did one on the Diamond Moments that came out a while back. I think around the same time the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander came out, around that time. But this one came out because Chris Paul had a very, very good game. One of the most entertaining All-Star games of all time, in my opinion, I think, for sure. This Chris Paul came out of all that, as you can see here, 99 offense and 99 defense. He is practically a Galaxy Opal if we're going off of this dude's stats. 99 on both sides. 6 foot, which unfortunately, the entire, whenever I do a Chris Paul gameplay, I do have to point out his height because it is a bit small, but it's all good for this card, and I'll show you why in a sec. He has a 97 driving layup, a 96 close shot, a 95 mid-range shot, a 98 three-pointer, which is ridiculous, and a 75 driving dunk. And that is purely off of the two-handed lob he caught in the second quarter, I think? I can't remember. But I do remember him having a lob thrown up to him, and he caught it, threw it down with 2 hands. It was a very nice lob. Ball handle 98, pass IQ 98, pass accuracy 98, so all 98s in the passing. 98 steal and 98 perimeter defense. Obviously, his interior isn't going to be great, but his perimeter is ridiculous. 98 speed with ball, and 98 acceleration as well as 98 lateral quickness. This dude has such good stats all over the shop. He has 98s, 99s, whatever it may be. He is a ridiculous card, and as you can see here, it also helps him out that he has 33 Hall of Fame badges. And to start, he has floor general, catch and shoot, difficult shots, range extender, for the Hall of Fame badges, range extender, acrobat, teardropper, relentless finisher, quick draw. Yes, because this card definitely needed a Hall of Fame quick draw with its range extender. If you remember, the Diamond Chris Paul had the Hall of Fame quick draw, but he didn't have Hall of Fame range extender. He had only gold, so he has Hall of Fame now. It's just going to be ridiculous. He has Hall of Fame Green Machine, Hall of Fame ankle breaker, flexible release, dead eye, lob city finisher, unpluckable, dimer, stop and go, pickpocket, pick dodger, clamps, defensive leader, arc crusher, interceptor, space creator, quick first step, needle threader, tireless defender, downhill, consistent finisher, contact finisher, slithery finisher, fancy footwork, giant slayer, and pro touch. Pretty much every good badge that this dude needs, that Chris Paul needs, he has got it in the Hall of Fame spot. So I am very, very excited to get into using this card. I'm not even going to waste any time. Let's just get straight into the shoot around. All right, we have Chris Paul here. He has got all hot zone. Every single one is a hot zone. That's ridiculous. Let me just quickly find some spots around the three-point line for him to start knocking down his threes. There's his first. I have used his card with a Hall of Fame quick draw before, that diamond, like I mentioned before, but he didn't have Hall of Fame range extender like this one does. So I'm interested to see how that'll go in games, or if we'll even need it. But this card, he is very speedy. All-star version of him was bound to be very good. He was bound to be good. I'm struggling to get his release at the moment. At the moment, I found it a lot more difficult to get used to people's releases after a while. It's been a little bit frustrating, but hey, I'm not too stressed. Also, I'm not sure, but I do remember that LeBron James's team, which Chris Paul was on, was all number 2 for Gianna. I think it's Gianna and Kobe Bryant. He has number 2 on his jersey, so that's a cool little touch that 2K put in as well. But I'm starting to get used to his three-point now. We're starting to get used to his jump shot. Bang, green out. What's his ball handle like? Step back. Oh, that's speedy. And he can dunk, I remember. That's going to be very helpful. Very, very helpful. Because usually with that Diamond Moments card that he had, he'd get blocked a lot of the time going towards the ring. But now, Chris Paul can throw that ball down. He actually has a few dunk animations that help. Bang, green out from the hash. That's what we like. He's hitting a lot of those flexible releases too. I believe he has Hall of Fame in that too, which is super duper helpful. But man, this card has a lot to make him good. A lot of just bailout stats, a lot of really high stats, and at the moment in 2K, a lot of the players that we get are going to be top tier. 2K noticeably have released a lot of overpowered cards now. We're getting to that point in the year. Now that the 250k tournament's over, they have no reason to try and make some balanced cards. No, now everyone is overpowered. Anyways, one more green, and let's... Oh, no, not there. And let's get into our starting lineup. These are the games that we are going to be going into our triple threat games with. The lineup is DeAndre Ayton and Dwayne Wade, 2 very usual players along with our Chris Paul. I want to run Chris Paul as our main player, which he will be since he is the point guard and the smallest player on the team. Dwayne Wade is a very good spot-up shooter, so Chris Paul, that Hall of Fame dimer, should make his shots just super easy. And DeAndre Ayton out there for shooting and rebounding. Obvious reasons as to why he's out there. Dwayne Wade can actually grab a lot of boards boards too, surprisingly. So that should help us out a lot. 298s on the squad as well as DeAndre Ayton. These should be fun. Let's get into these games. Game number 1, we're up against a very bare bones lineup. Obviously, Ben Simmons and Donovan Mitchell, 2 cards that came from the live stream locker codes, as well as a Amethyst Shaquille O'Neal. So a somewhat new player. I think this shouldn't be too difficult. We get to at least show off Chris Paul's moves a little bit. I'm excited to use him though. I'm very excited. Behind the back. Let's test out his limitless range. Can we get that to go? Green light. I love Hall of Fame range extender releases. They are my favorite, and this Chris Paul is definitely not one to miss out on either. Obviously, his price isn't going to be as high as many other good shooters, purely because of his height, but there we are able to get the stop. I need Chris Paul to just knock down his shots, though. That's all I need. I'm going to step back. Hit that one. Green light from about halfway. I love quick draw Hall of Fame. I love it so much. It's easy to time them. Bad shot, Ben Simmons. I don't know why he decided to take a shot there. Like I said, pretty bare bones is my guess. Going straight through. Step back. He's decided to off ball now. That's when you know we are absolutely whooping his ass. Kick out. Dwayne Wade. Knock it down. Green light. Oh, it's not green light. He knocks it down anyways. Doesn't matter. We're getting a rebound with Dwayne Wade. Heading out. Knock it down. Can we get that one to go? Flexible release coming in helpful there. Getting a lot of 3-pointers to go right now. Really, really good. That's what you get when you have a quick draw range extender player like Chris Paul. Almost with another steal. Yes, we get it to go our way. Lovely. He's paused it, and he is out of here. Oh, Jesus. Game number 2 we're up against. Oh, that's a difficult squad. That's a very difficult squad. There's going to be... Oh, I don't know how this game's going to go. This game is going to be extremely tough. I'm going to need to work together as a team. It's going to be a complete team effort because against a team like this, man, it's going to be very tough. Oh, flexible release already helping him to start off. I have to play him really tight up. Managing to pick him at the right time. Flexible release. Not good enough, though. And he's going to stop and pop. Oh, why do I think they're going to do anything but shoot threes? Yep, I'm waiting for it. Bad shot. Can we get the boards, though? No. With this lineup, it's going to be very tough for us to get anything. Chris Paul getting boards over Kristaps. We'll take that for sure. Going straight through. Going to hit DeAndre. Going. Kick out. Oh, he fouls at the perfect time. I hate that. Pick and fade. Kicking over Dwayne Wade. Knock it down, please. Oh my God, are you kidding me? A full white release. Now is not the time. Chris Paul with a steal. Going over DeAndre Ayton. Finds a space. Knock it down, please. Thank you, Chris Paul. Beautiful stuff. That quick steal over to an easy 3-point shot. This is going to be a very difficult one. Bad shot. Bad shot. Good defense, DeAndre Ayton. We're going straight back out. Chris Paul coming in. Step back. Oh my God. That is a literal pass to Vince Carter. I don't know how that's happened. And then we can't get that steal. Oh, 2K, please. He's off-balling. Oh my God. You can't come up against anyone more cancerous than this dude. You can't. It's legit impossible. We're going in. Kick at 2. Dwayne Wade. Knock it down, please. Please, Dwayne. Thank you. A 3-pointer goes in. Oh, man. Chris Paul, wide open, knock it down. Flexible release is there to help us. Good stuff. I managed to get an 8-6 lead so far. Just stop those passes through, and I legit just read it. I read it and he went under the pass. There's nothing I can do in that. That's simple 2K animations. Knock it down for me. Chris, knock it down. Oh, slightly early 40%. Nice stuff. That's the Hall of Fame Deadeye coming in. Clutch, baby. Making him jump straight towards the wrong side. Coming in. Chris, knock it down for me. That's very early. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. 2K gave that a very early. That was legit just a regular shot. Step back. Cut straight through. Gonna go in. Kick back out. Dwayne Wade. Take advantage of 2K's dumb CPU. And knock that one down. Hall of Fame Dimer coming in for an easy green release for Dwayne Wade. Bad shot. And he's gotten out of it, man. And he's running away from it. I don't get this game. Dwayne Wade's animation there was so dumb. Please knock it down. Thank you. Green light. Dwayne Wade. Hall of Fame Dimer again for CP3. He's got 8 points and 3 assists. And he's getting a dunk animation. Because why not, 2K? Why not? You know, I've been playing my ass off this entire game, predicting all his passes. But you know what? Let's just give him another one. Easy find in the middle. We're kicking back out. DeAndre Ayton, please. Oh, oh, I love this game. Oh, I love this game. Oh, Dwayne Wade, the insane defensive swat there. Almost letting it go there, but that's all good. Come in, step back, knock it down. Oh, that's a shot I can take with those guys. Grab that ball, DeAndre Ayton. We're going out. Chris Paul. Stop, pop, please. Yes! Flexible release is huge there. Although I'd much rather them start greening it up. I'm okay with that. I'm right there. Oh my god, I'm jumping at him and everything. Okay, it's all good. We just need a score. That's all we need. But all I know is that now he wants to off-ball the shit out of me. Cut straight through Dwayne Wade. Beautiful play. That was a beautiful way to end off the game there. Chris Paul running towards the off-ball, and that's how I try to tend to beat off-ballers, is I run towards the person they're off-balling with, and then tell my player who is being off-balled to cut. Because then they either have to try and follow him, or they're coming towards me. And half the time, they're coming towards the ball handle. So my person just cuts, and he's got a wide open lane to the rim. Oh, that took way too long. Against a team like that, I almost kind of expected the team to shoot kind of 50%-ish. But at the end of the day, we got the W, and that's all I wanted. We got the win against a Galaxy Opal Vince Carter and a Galaxy Opal Michael Jordan. A very difficult task for sure. Anyways, that is where I'm going to leave this gameplay. Only 2 games, one of them being cut short by a rage quit, but I think that second game can tell you a fair bit as to what I think about the card. I think the card is definitely playable like a T-Mac, like a Pink Diamond T-Mac, or a Pink Diamond Dwayne Wade. Those two in particular, they have the tendency to just pull up from long range. They pull up from quite deep range, and this dude by far is the cheapest version of those 2 cards. Obviously, there are cards like Kawhi Leonard and cards like Giannis Antetokounmpo that came out with this card. This card is a small defensive leader who has knockdown shots too. He has knockdown shooting. He can clamp up players in that point guard, shooting guard range. It's just difficult for him when he comes up against players like Giannis Antetokounmpo or Ben Simmons running the point. That's the only time when this card becomes a little bit crappy. And that's the only real problem I have with him, because he can be pretty easily mismatched. But on the offensive end, he can make up for it. I can't say he more than makes up for it, because he's a big defensive liability when he comes up against taller players. But for sure on offense, he fits in perfectly. His Hall of Fame dimer, the fact he's so speedy. If you can manage to get steals with this card, he has a 98 steal, so technically isn't that bad. It's just in this game, the tendency for players to just run straight past them is very, very easy. It's not too good on the defensive end for this card, but offensively, he is really, really good. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below any video ideas, suggestions, and constructive criticism, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.